So a final thing I would like to add to your topic is if you move beyond Good and Evil 2, what other games could you see that Nintendo has reached out to try to bring on as an exclusive from other franchises? Because with the Wii U, we've seen Bayonetta 2, and now supposedly with the NX, there's Beyond Good and Evil 2. Are there any other dead or smaller franchises that you think Nintendo would try to take exclusivity of?
I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo went and tried to fund Shovel Knight 2, honestly. Because with that Shovel Knight amiibo and just how much love Yacht Club Games has gotten from Nintendo, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that they're planning to do, especially after going to PAX like a year ago and just seeing all the Shovel Knight stuff in their indie area.
Yeah, and Shovel Knight is also a game that you can play it on a 3DS or whatever, and you can also play it as like a sit on the couch, put it on the big screen. It's a game that's perfect for either. So if you brought it to the NX, it makes a perfect mobile game, but it's also a great game to just play on your TV.
Exactly.
So, what about you, Rick? Do you have any games in mind that you would either like Nintendo to reach out to, or that you think that they might be?
I think, honestly, if this new Sonic that's coming out doesn't do very well, they're gonna eventually end up helping Sega out, and bringing Sonic as an exclusive. Because I mean, we see it with Super Smash Bros. And they have a few games that are exclusive to Nintendo consoles that are Sonic titles. Same thing goes for Final Fantasy. If Square ends up bombing like they were not too long ago.
Yeah, with the releases of 13.
Yeah,
and all of its sequels.
Yeah, I could see Nintendo taking them under their wing too. And we've seen, Nintendo's got a few Final Fantasy exclusives just for Nintendo consoles. But I don't think Square ever wants to limit themselves there because they have a good tie-in with Sony too.
Yeah, I think several years ago, possibly. Well, it was towards the end of the original Wii's life cycle. There was a game released by Square that was called The Last Story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it played basically like a Final Fantasy game would. And if you take the titles, Final Fantasy and The Last Story, it's just like if you change... Like if Final Fantasy was something in Japan and then it was poorly translated, you could see it being translated to The Last Story instead of Final Fantasy. So I think that just that play on the title being so similar to Final Fantasy I believe it was an exclusive for the Wii. I think like maybe not the Final Fantasy series, but another big series being started for Nintendo, like how they did with The Last Story on the Wii. I just always thought that was interesting because to me it was better than some of the Final Fantasy games that I played, and it wasn't exclusive on the Wii, so there wasn't even the option to play it in HD if I remember correctly. So I don't know.
I just checked. I had to look this up. Last Story was actually developed by Mistwalker.
Was it published by Square Enix?
No, it was published directly by Nintendo.
Okay. So yeah, I was under the impression that it was a Square title.
I know.
Apologies, everybody.
Crystal Chronicles, I believe, is a GameCube exclusive. Which was pretty good.
That's my favorite Square game they've released. Yeah, if they released a new Crystal Chronicles game on the NX, I would buy it.
That was the one that you could play as 4-player?
Yeah.
And it was like a mix between an adventure and RPG game?
Yeah, think of it a lot like a dungeon crawler in the sense of Gauntlet or Diablo. Yeah. If you've ever played that. And like add in elements of Final Fantasy.
Alright. Yeah, like, I never played that game, but I remember, like, looking at it on YouTube and different reviews from different websites and stuff, because it was one that I was interested in, but around the time of its release, I was basically the only one that I knew that was playing GameCube, so like I didn't really have a way to experience the game to its full potential. Yeah. At least it wasn't as difficult as like Four Swords Adventure to play, to where everyone needed their own Game Boy Advance. That was a horrible idea from Nintendo.
Also,
Alright.
Jesse, to go even further with this, the game was co-written by the original creator of Final Fantasy Last Story, that is.
Okay.
So that might be where you were thinking.
Well, I didn't know that information,
Yeah.
so...
Okay, well...
I just always presumed that, for some reason, in my head, I always thought it was a Square game, either published or created by Square. Like how Tomb Raider isn't necessarily created by Square, but Square Enix publishes it.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess that brings us to the end of the third topic.
Again, I'm Rick, also known as RMFH, and you guys can find me on YouTube, obviously, and on Twitter at RMFHGaming.
Once again, I'm GBC Tyler. You can find me on YouTube, just look up GBC Tyler, and on Twitter at GBC Tyler. Pretty simple.
What's up everyone, this is Jesse, and welcome to The Inslate. I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you're a fan of my Zelda or gaming news theory or discussion videos like this, please consider supporting this channel by donating through patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can get new videos early, be able to join on discussion or theory videos, get shoutouts, and tons of other great rewards. Thank you all so much for allowing me to do this, watching my videos, and especially you Alex Myers, Jonathan, The Itch Network, and John Frank for your support on Patreon. Finally, for those who are always asking where the music on my channel comes from, I thought I would add this video from my friend CS Guitar 89. Check him out on his channel where he has tons of other Zelda, Mario, Nintendo, and video gaming covers. And thank you CS Guitar 89 for allowing me to have your music on my channel.